Let's get right to it. Artificial intelligence is moving into the core of our financial institutions at an incredible pace. But for you, as an executive, this isn't just a tech upgrade. It's one of the biggest risk management challenges you're going to face. The real challenge isn't just adopting the technology, it's mastering the risk. So let's break down how to actually do that. And this really is the core question for any leader today. You've got AI making critical decisions in credit, in fraud detection, and the old ways of oversight, they're becoming totally obsolete. Make no mistake, this is not an IT problem. It's a fundamental business risk that lands directly on your desk. And this isn't some far-off future concern. Just look at this number from NVIDIA, 91%. That means the vast majority of the financial industry is already on this journey. So the question is no longer if you're going to use AI. The real question is how you're going to govern it so you can turn a potential liability into a real strategic advantage. Okay, so here's the heart of the problem. These AI models can be incredibly effective, right? But so often they operate as black boxes. We can see the data that goes in and the decision that comes out, but that whole process in the middle can be completely opaque. And that clashes, big time, with an industry that is literally built on trust, transparency, and auditability. This creates what you could call a major governance gap. We've got all this amazing innovation, but the oversight just hasn't kept up. Let's dig into what this challenge really looks like. As a leader, you're suddenly facing a whole new set of really tough questions. Like, how do you properly validate a model before it starts affecting your customers? And when an algorithm makes a bad call, and it will, who's accountable? Most importantly, how can you stand in front of a regulator with confidence and prove your automated systems are fair, unbiased, and compliant? Without solid answers here, AI just stays a series of risky, isolated experiments. And believe me, this isn't some abstract risk. This hits your core banking functions. If you can't explain why a loan was denied or why a transaction was flagged as fraudulent, you're facing serious legal and regulatory exposure. It's as simple as that. So how do we fix this? Well, the good news is there's a path forward. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Let's take a look at a real-world blueprint developed by Eson Bank and IBM. It offers a practical framework for building that missing trust directly into your AI systems. So what exactly is an AI governance framework? Well, think of it as the official rulebook for your AI. It's a structured system of processes and controls that manages AI from the moment it's conceived to the moment it's deployed, making sure it operates safely and within the boundaries that you define. The real power of this framework is that it's built on practical, concrete actions. We're talking about 4 things. First, really rigorous reviews before anything goes live. Second, continuous, round-the-clock monitoring once it's in production. Third, strict rules for data and security. And fourth, a formal risk process that gets everyone, from developers to compliance, on the exact same page. Now, implementing a framework like this isn't just good practice anymore. It's quickly becoming a requirement. Global regulators are not waiting around on this. Let's see how this kind of blueprint aligns with the big international standards that are emerging right now. You've basically got 2 major players here. On one side, there's the EU AI Act. That's a formal law with very strict rules for high-risk sectors like finance. On the other, you have ISO 42001, which is more of an organizational standard for building a comprehensive AI management system. The beauty of the blueprint we're talking about is that it's designed to satisfy both, giving you a unified approach to global compliance. And here's the most crucial point for any executive to understand. Good governance is not a barrier that slows you down. It's actually the engine. It's what allows you to confidently move AI from these small, isolated pilot programs to a core, enterprise-wide asset. This whole idea of governance builds into a clear 4-step path to scale. First, you classify your systems by risk. A customer service chatbot doesn't need the same level of scrutiny as a loan approval algorithm, right? Second, you conduct mandatory pre-deployment reviews. Nothing goes live without a sign-off. Third, you monitor everything in production, constantly. And fourth, you make this a cross-team responsibility. This can't just live in the IT department. And that's the key takeaway right there. A structured framework is what transforms AI from a series of high-risk science experiments into a scalable competitive advantage. It's what gives you the confidence to deploy it widely, all while keeping the regulators happy. This really represents a critical evolution in strategic thinking. Early AI projects, they were all about model accuracy, but mature enterprise-level AI is all about system management. The focus is shifting from how well does the model perform to how well is the entire system managed, monitored, and governed over its whole life cycle. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own organization. Without a clear governance framework in place, are you truly building a powerful, scalable asset for the future? Or are you, maybe without even knowing it, creating a complex and very expensive compliance liability? The choice really is yours to make.